Okay, let's watch Ari Melber go from excited to devastated on election night. Enjoy.
There are late deciders, as amazing as that may sound to someone who's followed this closely. And what did they see as they did tune in that late last 10 days, right? They saw Donald Trump demeaning people, hosting misogynist hate gatherings, talking about murdering innocent Americans who happen to be journalists, which is his special extra problem, people who can hold him to account. And they saw something very different from the closing campaign of Harris, which is, oh, wow, she's with very famous Republicans. You don't have to be a political junkie to know that the Cheneys are famous Republicans. So I'm watching late deciders. I'm watching the women's vote. And we have Steve Kornacki here all night. He talked about the Bow Wow counties. I want to know whether the Ohio rapper Lil Bow Wow knows about this yet. Or we'll find out.
Cheneys. Are you kidding me? I still don't think I've even done a video on Liz Cheney on the 2024 election. I'm sure I'll do that at some point.
We are now learning in just the last couple of minutes that arguably one of the most high-profile Trump skeptics in the country, former Congresswoman Liz Cheney, will be backing Kamala Harris. Tell us more.
Yeah, that's exactly right. And I'm looking down once again.
She's not that high profile. She wasn't even back then. I don't think what I'm about to say is some groundbreaking thing. A lot of these talking heads on these left-wing networks, they all start sounding alike. I mean, just kind of a plug-and-play thing here. The takes.
Trump's hate rally at Madison Square Garden last night has backfired considerably, as there have now been some big endorsements for Kamala Harris because of some of the things that were said at that rally.
Okay, moving forward quite a bit. You can see in the corner, Trump 214, Harris 145. I don't believe any swing state had been called yet.
Well, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Wisconsin, and we've got too early in North Carolina, too early in Arizona and Nevada. What's caught your eye? What have you been watching?
Well, freedom's just another word for nothing left to report. We all know that one. We don't know who's going to win Michigan, Wisconsin, and Pennsylvania, which means that when you actually put aside a lot of the energy and the understandable emotion and commitment, we are in a similar place than we were a few hours ago. I have seen people start...
Yeah, but not really. Remember watching the election in 2024? All of the news, really, from the moment the election started, was positive for Trump. I think in the beginning, there was a little bit of positive news for Kamala in certain places, but aside from just a brief moment, all of the news really was good for Trump. So maybe no swing state had officially been called. At this moment in the night, Trump was the overwhelming favorite to win. Kamala actually at this point wasn't even close. Kamala needed a miracle at this point in the night.
Jump on trends, but we don't know who's going to win those states. If Kamala Harris wins those states, then she would be in a path to win the presidency. We can see because we have so much great numbers from all of our teammates who rigorously collect this, that there are other trends that don't tell us who's going to win the election that show Donald Trump outperforming some of where he's been in the past, including among some of those groups, including among Latinos and perhaps in the total national vote. But the total national vote doesn't determine the outcome. So that's what I'm watching. Pennsylvania, there's a reason why Kamala Harris, they have their own plane. They can hit more than one state in a day. She spent her final day campaigning, doing all 5 stops in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Pennsylvania, let's go, baby. And you can see here, Brett Baer doesn't even realize, I don't think, at the beginning that Pennsylvania had been called, but it's fun to look back on this.
Two Make America Great hats on.
I saw someone with a really large one. Yeah.
As we look now at what we have, Pennsylvania, is this a call, ladies and gentlemen? We are now projecting that Donald J. Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania. Former President Donald J. Trump will win the state of Pennsylvania, and thereby he is on his way to becoming the 47th president of the United States.
The campaign, and we've heard from a lot of people there that still feel that's the path, while at the same time, and I've heard some of the interesting conversation at this table, at the same time, Donald Trump over in the entire country in places that may not decide the election, doing better among certain groups is a striking and noticeable development given the year he's had and how he closed.
Okay, but he closed fine. He closed actually very strongly in the election in 2024. He was all over the place. I would probably rank his close like a 10 out of 10. I know I'm biased because I happen to like Trump, but his closing argument and his closing performance in the 2024 election was excellent.
How do you like my garbage truck? This truck is in honor of Kamala and Joe Biden. Please.
Are you open people in Puerto Rico to apology for what the comedian said?
No, I love Puerto Rico, and Puerto Rico loves me. I don't know anything about a comedian. I love Puerto Rico. Nobody's done more for Puerto Rico than me. I took care of them when they had the big hurricanes, and nobody gets along better with Puerto Rico and the Puerto Rican people than me. They love me, and I love them.
But yes, I will tell you that the boring thing, the simple thing, the repetitive thing is the true thing. We're watching those 3 states, and no one can really confidently say at this hour who's going to win them yet.
Final take from Ari here on election night. I'll also show him post-election, but this is after the person from the Kamala campaign came out and said Kamala won't be speaking.
So you won't hear from the vice president tonight, but you will hear from her tomorrow.
And 2 points on that. One, to reinforce what Joy is saying and what we know, but the truth bears repeating, we are counting all the votes and following the facts.
Yeah.
We are not in a race to get the facts. We will follow them, and they will come when they come. We are not in a prediction contest. We're not in a probability contest. We're not in a is your needle right contest. We are going to do that. So that's number one, and we are committed to that. And I wish everyone was committed to that, but we've learned not everyone is. Full stop.
Why are you saying that? You sound like you're defending against something that other people are doing wrong.
I think there are a lot of folks out there that don't care about that, and so either
they don't care about the real result. They want to jump to it before we know it. I got you. Okay.
So that full stop.
I sort of have mixed feelings about this. I suppose if you're an election stream, it'd be kind of pointless to just watch the prediction markets. Anybody can do that on their own. But on the other hand, those prediction markets, in my opinion, do a great job of showing where a race is at any given time. Of course, they're not perfect. Now we're going to get one take of Ari Melber post-election.
How did Trump increase his support this much? He made inroads in groups that have been Democratic voters, going from about 32% of the Latino vote to 45%. That's a 13-point jump. It's a major shift reflected across the country. It was even higher in some key states where Trump campaigned. He won 50% of the Latino vote in North Carolina, 58% of it in Michigan. So
wow. I didn't even know that.
So we do have a state to call, and this is a big one. It's North Carolina. 16 electoral votes go to former President Donald Trump. He has won the state of North Carolina tonight.
CBS News can project at this point that he has become the winner of Michigan and those electoral votes. That, again, part of that blue wall.
Okay, with that said, I'll finish the video here. Please like, please subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great day.